How to make a Scorpio man miss you when you're away. First off, you have to know that just because the two of you love one another, doesn't mean that your relationship is always going to be perfect. If you're completely naive, then you should know that love alone is never enough to sustain a relationship. You always have to try your best, to give a lot of effort and dedication to making a relationship work. You are also going to need a lot of luck. Sometimes, even when it seems like you have the formula to make things work, things still end up falling apart. This is why you must always give yourself and your partner the best shot to succeed. If you feel like there is a certain level of deterioration in your relationship, then you need to correct that. Sure, you and your partner might not always be on the best of terms. However, you should always be trying to push forward in your relationship. The more you grow together as a couple, the more likely that the two of you will be able to make things work. When you think that, you need to inject a little spice back into your relationship. Then act on it. Sometimes, you just want your man to start missing you again. The problem with relationships. Okay, before we get to it, we have to talk about what the problem is with modern relationships. You meet someone, and you become interested in them. If you're lucky, then they become interested in you as well. That's where the mutual attraction between the two of you is born. Then, if you play your cards right, that attraction can develop and grow into something with a lot more weight and depth. Eventually, you fall in love and you commit to the idea of being together for the long haul. However, after what is often called the honeymoon phase of a relationship comes to a close, the romance tends to dwindle a bit. This is when all of the little niggles and problems in a relationship rise to the surface. You may be already in this state of your relationship now. You have passed the honeymoon period, and you're beginning to notice certain things in your relationship that you don't like. The rose-colored lenses through which you used to view the relationship are now gone. Currently, there are problems all around and you don't know what to do. That's okay. That's normal in these situations. You just have to try to figure out a way for things to regain a sense of normalcy. Right now, you might be thinking that your man is neglecting you. If he's a Scorpio, that's uncharacteristic of him. However, you need to do everything that you can to snap him out of his funk. He might be a passionate lover, but he will sometimes need a little prodding on your part. Keep watching this video to learn more about how you can make him miss you. What is a Scorpio like in love? When you first met your Scorpio lover, you were probably amazed at how struck you were by his presence. That is not an accident. After all, being a Scorpio, he has a rather sultry and mysterious demeanor about him. Out of all the zodiac signs, he is the one who exudes passion and mystery the most. He's also very much aware of his sex appeal. Scorpio men tend to be very much in tune with their sexuality. So, you were practically helpless to his advances. This is all a part of Scorpio's usual character. However, there will be times in a relationship wherein they will get bored. They might start to take you for granted. After all, they aren't perfect. It's not something that you need to worry about if you start seeing these red flags in your relationship. The relationship can still be salvaged here. You just have to remind him of how much you mean to him, because he may have forgotten. To do that, there are certain tips and tricks that you can employ to wake him from his romantic slumber. By the time you're done with him, he'll be back to his regular passionate and loving self. How to make a Scorpio man miss you. 1. Cut conversations short. This will drive them nuts. They are suckers for deep and passionate conversations. If you deprive him of that, then he's probably going to realize that he's doing something wrong, and he'll make an effort to correct it. 2. Don't initiate intimacy with him. Let him make the first move. If he's taking you for granted, then you should try to test him. Make him work for it. Give him that challenge. Maybe you've been making it too easy for him, and that's why he's been bored. One thing you have to know about Scorpio men is that they love the chase. That's probably why he was so animated when he was still pursuing you. 3. Maintain your independence. Just maintain your independence. Do your own thing. Partake in activities that make you happy or bring you joy. At the end of the day, people are most attractive when they are at their happiest. So, if you're unhappy, it's less likely that he's going to rediscover his attraction for you. However, when you let passion and happiness shine out from your face, it's going to remind him of the passion that he once had for you as well. 4. Hang out with your friends more often. He's a jealous guy. Scorpios are notorious for being jealous in relationships. This is why it wouldn't be a good idea for you to make him jealous by flirting with another guy friend. Rather, you can make him jealous in another more wholesome way. Instead of spending all of your time on him, try spending more time with your lady friends. When he asks you what your plans are, tell him that you made plans to spend time with the girls. It's going to make him feel left out, and he will want to demand more of your time then. This is a great reality check for him, the fact that you have a life outside of the relationship. 5. Change your appearance a little bit. A Scorpio is a guy who is very easily stimulated. So, it might be a good idea to just change your appearance up a little bit. This could mean you shopping for new clothes. Sometimes, it might mean getting your hair done. You can also go for more drastic changes, like going on a diet and working out. Anything that will catch his attention with the way that you look. This is a great way to remind him of how physically attracted he was to you when you first got together. Conclusion. There you go. Hopefully, a lot of these tips will help you make things better in your relationship. Don't be discouraged if things are less than ideal right now. It happens. Again, no relationship is perfect. It would be pretty boring if things were just pretty much okay all of the time. Part of what makes a relationship so precious is the fact that you have to work hard to sustain it. You always tend to value the things that you work hard for. That's why love can be one of the most rewarding sensations that you could ever have in this life. All in all, you are going to go through your dry spells as a couple. That is to be expected. It's always going to be up and down in your relationship. It's a roller coaster ride that you need to accept. But that's not all bad, right? A roller coaster can be a lot of fun. You just have to make sure that the two of you focus on the positives as much as possible whenever you're together. At the end of the day, you can bring a lot of happiness into each other's lives if you allow. True, it can be a real struggle in a relationship. That comes with the territory of two imperfect people getting together. It's always going to be worth it. Ultimately, a relationship between two people who love one another, no matter how imperfect, is always going to be worth all the struggles. If you try your best to make a relationship work, then that's good. You're doing exactly what you need to be doing. You're doing your part in the relationship. That's why it's good to watch videos like this. It's part of your fight for love.